It's not an AMA, short recap about the games. This is a play-by-play. No Instagram, these holograms. Boy, these ain't the same. This South Harmon, you know we do things a different way. We got in the room, come join the team, but don't be in the way. Stay tuned, join that Patreon, we do giveaways. Make nutted than ATM, you know they on a different wave. Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, pick a day. This South Harmon, you know that we glad you here today. This not an AMA. This not an AMA. This not an AMA. Short recap about the games. This is the play-by-play.
What's good, everybody? Week 9 NFL Fantasy Football Recap. We are live and ready to rock at 'em. Interesting week. We got some bad news. We had some fun games. We had some really good performances. We also had some people who didn't show up.
We did. Well, literally we had someone that we'll get to that game. All right. I don't know what the hell to make of, that. But Mike, let's just start off with the thumbnail. Some of the good. Saw Drake London score a touchdown early, and you're thinking, all right, we could have a nice day incoming for the kid. But buddy, it was early. It was often. It was Drake London feed him season, as you see on the thumbnail. Got him. He couldn't even believe it himself when he scored that third one, buddy.
Bam. Feels so good with Michael Penix being back, right?
I mean, dude, it was because actually the offense was so scary the week prior. I mean,
it was horrendous.
It was truly like a Halloween special, like last week, right? Like, how do you lose to the Dolphins 34-10?
It was horrendous, and thank God Michael Penix comes back, and then Drake London goes the fuck off. It was great to see. Great to see. Big week from Drake London. I think right now, I don't know if anybody's gonna come even close to him. I mean, we're gonna need a 40.
There are some close ones, but no one is going to pass him as far as this week goes. So
you don't think J-Day's going for like 50 tonight?
I mean, Mike, I really hope not, because that would be a loss for me and your idiot league mates, where I'm supposed to have a win finally.
Finally getting a dub. Yeah, you don't want that. But...
You definitely don't. But I mean, let me ask you this: Drake London, obviously 3 touchdowns is huge, but really, Mike, if you told me he gets 9 catches for 118, let's just remove the touchdowns for a second. I mean, this is what you needed to see, in my estimation, from the offense in a bounce-back week. So you get 3 touchdowns, though. And that was one of the things, Mike, to me, with Drake London. He's always been a big-body receiver. So can we get this guy just some of these, in the red zone, throw it up there like Devontae Adams has been all year? Like, this is the Drake London we're looking for here.
Yeah, when you get down there, give him the Matt Stafford treatment. Just target him 8 billion times.
If it's not going to be Pitts, at least let it be London, right? Come on,
It's probably never going to be Pitts, but it is what it is.
Unfortunately, I don't think it is. To your point, we have, Penix is back, and in a big way, if you will, with a little lean to the left,
Massive. Real girthy.
Look at that number 9, baby. I didn't quite give him a blow-up game, but that's only because, Mike, there was actually, I felt as though, tons of other warranted blow-ups today. So you don't want to do too much and break the system,
He ran a couple times, some real nice runs, showing off that.
Dude, the one I was really scared at towards the he was running in towards the end zone. I'm like, oh shit, that looked like a concussion. He bounced up real quick. All right, we're okay. We're good.
Yep. We good. Yeah, that looked like some shit that takes Tua out.
He got hit. He got sandwiched by like 2 people and then got a total smash on the helmet. So that's never a good sign. But he
looks like he's going to be a QB1 on the week. So
he's definitely a quarterback 1 this week, right? He's I'll say this. He's still, to me, I'm pretty nervous. I'm the inconsistency. If we could get this, Mike, on a consistent basis, holy shit. Even 15 completions, I don't even care, dude. Like, just keep chucking the ball everywhere. That's fine.
Yeah. I think one of the things, too, we just got to remember it's first full season starting, right? Still a young quarterback. So
sure is. It's
good that he's having good moments, right, in good games like this, right? You just got to, like you said, you got to be more consistent about it. But I think that'll come. I don't think the talent is anything for us to question. I mean, he's kind of been doing it all year, and you see how it looks when Kirk Cousins is quarterback in this team. All of a sudden, the Dolphins are beating that ass.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing today is going to be, Mike, Bijan Robinson, right? Now, I'll say this is 2 quiet games on the ground for him in a row. However, he makes it for more than that with 8 for 50. I mean, better than a lot of receivers in today, just on his own. So that at least makes up for it. But still feel like, damn, I want to get him going on the ground more.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple big ground games from him, but it's to be expected with a lot of these superstar players. We're going to have games like this. Sometimes we're going to have 2 games. It just so happens this one's kind of back-to-back.
Back-to-back, yep.
The real nice thing to see, though, is even though they couldn't really get it going on the ground against a pretty solid Patriots defense, that it's been pretty tough to run against.
Yeah.
He's got that receiving floor, right? I mean, he's getting 13 points just off of the receiving work. So whatever he adds on the ground just becomes a bonus. So at the end of the day, if this is a down game for Bijan Robinson, 17, 18 points, we'll take it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, Mike, because of the talent, I'm wanting more on the ground. However, to your point here, if this is a floor game, I mean, dude, good luck beating that floor, honestly. There's only a handful that can. All right, Mike. Listen, I told someone not to play Mooney, and not that that's some crazy bold take, but we don't need to put his hologram up there, frankly. Let's get to, though, Mike. This was a very close game, but let's get to the other side, where, well, hold on, Canton's in her evil bag still. We're working on it.
She's still running behind. Last week was rough on
her. We got Pop Douglas, buddy. Blow up, Pop Douglas.
Pop Douglas blow up. Who knew?
Call him by his proper name, Pop. All right.
Well, when you go 4 for 100 and a touchdown, you get to get called Pop at least for the week.
And he scored the touchdown fairly early in the game and continued to have a really nice day. Listen, I don't think this is sign of necessarily things to come, meaning you can bank on him going for 100 or even 8 on a weekly basis. But best ball especially, Mike, this is a player that's for cheap is feeling nice today.
There's only really about 2 receiving options on this Patriots team, even though Drake May is playing really well, that you feel consistently you can start when we're talking lineup.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably Diggs in a flex-ish and maybe Hunter Henry if you're rocking the A-Warp tight end life. But as you see, Pop Douglas goes off this week at the expense of, everybody's favorite Kayshon Boutte, who does nothing.
Sure. And here's your boy Hunter Henry. It was an okay day for him. I picked him up in a lineup league, and he got the job done, honestly, right? For as far as waiver wires, you'd love more, but you'll take it. I think roughly 10 in a standard PPR league, so not too bad. Mike, here's a hologram I did not expect to make. Here's your boy, man, right in the way. Mike Vrabel giving a touchdown to Mr. Jennings.
Terrell Jennings, huh? I didn't know you were
Terrell Jennings hologram,
Terrell
buddy.
Jennings hologram. Here we are.
Welcome to 2025, because Mike, he gets the touchdown, not Trev, and they go for in PPR leagues damn near the exact same. Spider-Man meme,
not what you wanted to see being a trade. Everything was set up.
This
was be the Travion week.
Listen, on the BDGE thumbnail I had this week, Mike, I was like, this is big opportunity. I need to see something, though, right? This is exactly what you don't want to see. Good night. This is a practice squad call-up, and he's doing this. Dude, how nervous are you right now for Trev?
You should be. You should be panicked, right? We saw what we wanted
Why,
to see
Mike?
last week.
What happened, Mike Vrabel? Mike Crystal? Someone talk to me.
We wanted to see last week. We saw moments, right? All right, we got to build on it. No Ramondre. Let's get fired up. It's your backfield, bud. No.
What's crazy is the Patriots are 7-2, Mike. The Patriots are 7-2, scoring the ball consistently with Drake May. Rhino's finally out, and we can't unlock Travion Henderson. Good God. This is diabolical.
They hate him. They hate him with a passion.
I don't.
Yeah.
What? Dude, this is problematic.
Full on panic, right?
Here's the thing.
If you're not competing, you don't have to sell him. But if you're competing and you were counting on this dude as a rookie running back with early second-round draft capital on what turned out to be a pretty good offense,
here's the thing.
I'm done waiting. It's week fucking 9. I'm done waiting. Bye.
Here's the thing.
Team.
If you want to look at the situation as it is, right? if you told me that he got 80% of the work between him and Jennings, I mean, dude, you're loving Trev. I think the talent's still there. It wasn't like he looked terrible today. It's just I don't understand, Mike. So the problem, though, becomes, Mike Vrabel's not going anywhere with this team looking as good as they have in quite some time.
Nope. I
don't. So I guess I'll take that for what it's worth.
Bye.
All right, Mike. J.J. McCarthy's back in the lineup.
Yes.
No blow up, but Mike, I'll tell you this: 3 touchdowns. It's kind of crazy because if you watched this game, right? If you box score and you watch it, I think you're looking at different things personally. Now, because he looked to have pretty good command, I was kind of really interested to see how this looked with all the since the offseason. It seemed like there's 2 narratives: the haters and the people that really camp for him, right? And you never know which to believe. And there's been the soft benching narratives, all this crap.
Soft benching.
Mike's, I know that's Mike's favorite. But here's the thing, Mike, honestly. Yeah, he looked really good today. It's just amazing when you kind of look at the box score over and over. If you wanted to talk the narrative of this guy just has to have a really good run game, low volume, all this shit is what they're still going to be pumping. But, I mean, Mike, 3 touchdowns, 1 he got on the ground. Here's the big thing, too. They win this game in Detroit, and you know that had to sting in a big division game here.
Coming back off the injury. Right?
Yep.
Coming back off the injury, has to go to Detroit. Tough environment to play, tough defense to play.
And this is a division game. This is a big time game.
It looked like he was built for it, right?
You can't take much away from the kid. He did have 1 pick, but listen, I think it was a pretty good day for the kid overall, especially given the situation.
The pick wasn't his fault, by the way.
Of course, yeah.
The fucking receiver had it on his hip, man. He had it on his hip.
Sorry, you don't know the rule as a receiver, ex-receiver in high school, but touch it, you catch it. Come on, damn it, let's go.
Get your hands on it, yeah. And if you're holding it on your hip, that's on you, bud.
What I will say, though, whatever you like or don't like about this, are you at the moment worried for Jordan Addison and Jefferson at all in company with the low volume here, or the low, number of output yards? We're sub 150 today, actually.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be a little bit concerning. It does.
Because with Wentz, while it was hard to watch a lot, that dude was just chucking that thing. I mean, he was chucking it everywhere.
If JJ's going to play like this, though, it'd keep the offense on schedule, use his legs, not create a whole bunch of holy shit turnovers and get him way out of the game. This is going to suck for your receiving options, because you're not going to have a whole lot of those Carson Wentz games where it's like, hey, we're trailing, bud. We're down 3 scores. We got no choice. Chuck it. Throw that bitch. So a little bit concerning there, at least for the passing options. But hey, we got a TJ Hawkinson touchdown. We didn't get much else.
Well,
we got a TJ Hawkinson touchdown.
Yeah, I made a trade with Fizz, and I'm kind of really regretting it. Basically, it was Godwin for TJ Hawkinson in a best ball league, so it's not that crazy. But I'm just like,
no.
He scored a touchdown. She's like, all right, maybe it's not bad. And then 11 yards on 2 catches. You're like, fuck, not good.
Maybe it is that
bad. So what's kind of crazy, Mike? You look at this. McCarthy was the only real relevant fantasy player in this game for a team that scored 27 points too. Honestly, now I mean Jefferson had has a solid day too, right? I think it was six for 50 or something. A touchdown.
6 for 47 and a touchdown.
47. Okay.
Fine. Yeah.
But I mean, he's been less than I think what you were hoping for all year. The other side, though, Mike, Amon-Ra kind of just he scared the shit out of me. He was down. This guy's never down. He never acts like he's hurt. So I know that shit had to fucking hurt. But
he's like the anti-Puka.
Right. Well, we'll get to that soon. But he still has a. The thing about Amon-Ra is, Mike, he can have a slow day going, and you find a way at the end, and you look and you're like 9 for 97, slow day my ass,
Just does his thing, right? Always
consistent.
Call him 7-Eleven. He's always open.
That is, well, I kind of like that. He's always open. Convenient too.
Convenient, yeah. Get your slushie.
Get your slushie. All right, Mike. Here's one that I think the people are waiting for. Sammy ball game. Blow up.
Yeah. We need this with tight ends, right? We'll get to another game. We got some terrible fucking news out of that one in regards to a tight end. So we're going to need some tight ends to step up. Good to see them. What I found most interesting, I know the Vikings defense is tough, and it's a division game, right? That goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Goes both ways for, the praise that I put on JJ McCarthy. What I didn't understand was all the stories I heard about we've been misusing Jameson Williams and we're going to get him more heavily involved. It's like they just flat out lie to you every single week. It feels like Dan Campbell and whoever fucking runs that Lions organization just lies to your face. Like, gets all these people all excited for Jameson Williams, wide receiver 1 season.
Mm-hmm.
And outside of them being down and needing to, and like kind of, holy shit, we got to throw something deep down here to try to get 2 scores back real quick.
Yep.
Outside of that, JMO was MIA for most of the fucking game. I was like, you guys just came out and talked up what you were going to do with Jameson Williams. And we know Amon-Ra is going to eat, but you're like, okay, there's opportunity because you don't want to feature Sam Laporta. And no, they said, nah, we're just going to throw to Sam Laporta. Fuck JMO.
I mean, he did have – now, if you watch the game, he had some really great timely plays for this offense. But to your point, 4 for 66 and a touchdown, if this is one of the boom games, it's kind of like, oh, damn. I mean, you're not gonna hate the production, right? You're not going to hate the end result. But this kind of scares me on the volume side quite a bit.
At this point, just replace this hologram with Rashid Shaheed, and no one will know the difference.
Well, Goff versus fucking whoever the piss poor –
just replace it. Just put Rashid Shaheed up there from now on.
I mean, well, people will be too mad. But I love the energy. I do. I really do.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Here's the thing. Personally, though, Mike, this was a day to forget for the rushing department. What the hell is going on here?
We had a big fumble from David Montgomery early. I know he got kind of back and bounced back with a touchdown later, but Jahmyr Gibbs did fucking nothing. This was the Bijan Robinson game of last week, so we'll just write this one off. Next week, he'll be back to 18 points. We'll all be happy again.
9 for 25 on the ground for Gibbs. Oh, he got 3 catches and 3 yards. I honestly, Mike, this might be the lowest output yardage he's had since like the very early days in his rookie season when you're like, holy shit, this guy's not playing.
This is one of the things, I don't want to get too deep into it too, but everybody loves the Jared Goff story and like he's, fun or whatever. He's got a hot wife and he's not a very good quarterback. He's a very okay quarterback. And when he's surrounded by good players and a good system, he's fine. He's fine. And he can have really good moments.
I think he's a very good quarterback in structure. If you put him around with a really good team, I think he's very good there. But to your point, he's not someone that's going to be able to make plays on his own, like scrambling, right? He's not going to create plays extra on his own. And he's not someone – he's more of I think stylistically more of a game manager, right? He'll get the ball to people when it's needed to be there if you can give him time. But when things are not going according to plan, Mike, that's where he is problematic.
If you need the biggest indictment of him, it's the exact game plan the Vikings defense decided they wanted to play. All right? We're not letting you run the football. We're not letting Jahmyr Gibbs beat us. We're going to make Jared Goff throw it damn near 40 times. And good luck. Right? This is going to be your winning recipe.
Yeah, I mean,
it's what it is. Like, if a defense flat out tells you, hey, we're taking away the running game because we don't have any faith that your quarterback's going to be able to actually carry this team on his back, should be a little bit of indictment on your talent level.
Sure. I mean, I do think the Vikings one of the things, I think the Vikings is a very good team, period. But I also think these division games tend to be a lot of that chess match where these guys really know each other. Now, I'm not taking it. I agree with your point here. But Jared Goff is – I think Jared Goff is a above average, is a solid, good quarterback. But when you try to push him up past that, especially in fantasy, for me, Mike, I'm not really there.
No thanks. Yep. No thanks. But yeah, they shut down the run game. They didn't give a fuck about the passing game. They're like, yep, Jahmyr Gibbs ain't doing shit on us.
He ain't doing shit. Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my.
Oh, the Bears. Oh, the Bears.
We got T. Higgins though. We got the Tigers, which are the Bengals, Mike, first. And T. Higgins catch, honestly, outrageous. Reminiscent of honestly, like backyard football. Someone just making a crazy play. You're like, what the fuck just happened? That was in a real game.
I always feel like I'm on an island defending T. Higgins, and I stand for him way too much.
You typically feel that way because it's that's where it is, right?
Right. I mean, he does enough things where he gets forgotten sometimes, and Jamar Chase outshines him. And then, you have your moments like last year, the year before, where he's not playing in games, or he says he's going to play in games and plays one snap and doesn't. It's tough sometimes to defend him, but when he goes out and does shit like this, I'm like, that's that guy. That's that guy. Damn it, I wish you would have signed with New England. I wish you would have turned down the Bengals and said, fuck you. I want to be a free agent.
Well, part of the reason you felt very much on an island, Mike, it's one of those things where when T. Higgins is playing well, you feel very safe and secure. You feel like, oh, this is where this is the normal happy place. When he's playing poor, like the early part of the year, you're like, it's back like last week. Am I in the fucking insane asylum? What's happening here? But Mike, let's be honest about it. Let's be, reasonable for once. Why? Why is this happening? Right here,
Joe,
buddy.
The real Joe Cool.
Just be. So it's kind of funny because I think there was two camps. Honestly, it was polarizing. Some people didn't think Joe Flacco was really that much of an upgrade. I thought it was an upgrade, but I wasn't like, oh my God, he's going to save everything. Mm-hmm. He has. I mean, at least for fantasy, right? Because they find a way to lose another game. But they're scoring fucking points. I mean, 42? You score 42 and lose? I mean, what is happening?
Not a single one of this comes on anybody on the offensive side of the ball on this loss. That defense is fucking atrocious. It is absolutely atrocious.
Dude, when they got that onside kick, Mike, when they got that onside kick, I'm like, the Bears fucked this game up. This is unreal.
This was a hell of a game. It was a hell of a game to watch. It was entertaining as hell. You feel so bad for Joe Flacco because he literally left it all out there on the field.
Yeah.
Career day from him. He's like 70. This is the best game he's ever had. Just chucking the ball all over.
You gotta love, having shares of him cheaply, especially in best ball where they make your lineup.
You can got Noah Fant got a touchdown.
Buddy, Noah Fant resurrection. I mean, listen, we're not even gonna. I'm not gonna make this about me. Okay, we're not even gonna put him up.
Okay.
Let me ask you this though, Flacco, right now, Dynasty contenders. You buying? What are we doing here?
Fuck yeah, you should go buy him.
What is the what are you? Okay, I was just gonna say we're at the point where I think I'm getting ready to throw picks a little more caution to the wind. We're getting pretty defined with the playoff structure. So if I'm pretty clearly in the mix. Fine. You want my late 26 second? Honestly, it's probably an overpay. It's definitely an overpay. But it should get the job done. If you want more in a second for Flacco, go, what.
Good luck. Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that.
And Jamar Chase, Mike, this is one of those days where, I mean, T. Higgins has a better day, but 6 for 111. Like, Jamar Chase is so consistent at this point, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Flacco. Well, they decided that they were going to use Jamar Chase downfield, right? He's going to be the anti-Rashee Rice. Mm-hmm. Like we're going to go back to what Jamar Chase does well, too. Right? We're going to get him the ball down the field. And they just kept piss-pounding. And also poor defense in the Chicago Bears. Their pass defense is atrocious. It was like there wasn't a fucking corner out there that wanted any part of 5 or 1. None.
Yeah. We get
too small.
We get 90 points, 89 points in this game. Absolutely insane. Well, and here's maybe the major headline, right? You get 47 from the Chicago Bears. Like, there's a chance. I don't want to make this about myself, but my curse thing is becoming a problem here. How do you get 47 points? Like, people basically universally are like, Rome Odunze, wide receiver 1 this week. The Bengals defense is hot garbage. Uh-huh. Rome just coming off a 100-yard game. He's clearly the alpha in this offense. He gets three targets.
That's it.
He wasn't hurt, guys. If he was out there.
He wasn't suspended.
This had to be the most insane thing that you could see almost in any week at this point, right? Zero burger from Rome healthy in a game where they score 47? What?
Caleb Williams scores 39 fantasy points. And you got to ask yourself, how many of those Rome Odunze get? None. Absolutely fucking none.
What?
0. What the fuck? What happened?
Basically, Mike, this is the crazy thing. We got a slew of blow-ups here to get to, but Rome with a 0 burger is hard to imagine.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. Maybe go back to the cornrows. All right. Not with the salad hanging out the back of the helmet. Maybe it's the cornrows.
Maybe he's just really trying to grow it out super long and do something crazy with the cornrows. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. He's been playing great all year until recently. Now, when you look in a small window, this is now 3 or 4 weeks where it's like, ugh, the production's kind of gross. So
yeah, she's channeling his inner Mac Hollins with that hairstyle, I think.
Now I need to get something else on the screen. We're doing my boy Hella Dirty Rome. Sorry, dude, that's gonna sting a lot of teams, buddy. You get a 0 out of Rome, where you're expecting a minimum of 4 games, right? I mean,
yep.
Well, Kyle Monangai, Mike, whether you expected it or not, 26 carries, full bell cow, 176 yards. Dear God, what is happening? He also has 3 for 22. He racks up damn near 200 all-purpose yards.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's one game and it's against the Bengals defense, which might be the worst.
I was just gonna say I think we should pause this conversation, but go ahead. Let's keep going.
But at least in this game, he's looked better than DeAndre Swift has looked all fucking season. Adam, like he looked bursty.
Swift is actually, I feel like, getting a little bit of hate.
He is, but
he's had some really big plays and some really good performances this year. Mm-hmm. Now, to your point, no, of course not. This Bengals defense, Mike. I'm not even trying to take anything from Kyle Monangai. He had some nice runs today, but you basically on some of these stretch outside runs, Mike. He's just waiting patiently, and then there's a hole, and you're like, holy shit, he's got 10 yards minimum here. Yeah. So to your point, no, I don't think Swift is going to have looked as good as he did all day. He looked like he looked damn near like JT out there today. He
looked good.
I think problematically, though, it could be where we look at a timeshare moving forward, which is like, okay, now it's which Bears team shows up. The ones that score a lot, okay, fine, you can play them both. They don't score a lot, you're going to hate playing either one.
Yeah, we're not too far removed from a stretch from the Bears where it was a struggle on offense against some also subpar teams. We're like, what the fuck's going on here? I know they were winning, but it looked tough. So, yeah, I don't know. Is this going to be a matchup thing? Like they get the Giants, but then it's Vikings, Steelers, Eagles.
I think it is a little
timeshare. That could be fucking problematic, buddy.
I think this backfield is a little bit matchup dependent, and the reason I say that, Ben Johnson really wants to establish a run. If you watch the games of the Bears, you can go back and watch them all. You can tell he really wants to. But Mike, when they play a tough run D, you can't. You sometimes you see him have to kind of abandon the run. They just can't get it going because the offensive line is solid, but it's still not very good, honestly. Like I think we expected a bigger jump from them.
Well, it's improved.
It's better than last year because it was horrible on the interior last year. It's decent,
but they don't have fucking Penei Sewell. You know, like not a lot of teams do. Okay?
Yeah, they don't have a true. They don't really have a true mauler, honestly, right? So
they need.
And of course, if Rome goes for 0, DJ Moore is going to have a game where he not just has a good game, but throws a touchdown too. So
he did. He threw a touchdown. He ran a touchdown in. He just couldn't catch a touchdown.
Honestly, Mike, for what DJ Moore's been doing, throw one, run one, fine. Just give me anything. I'm not going to be – beggars can't be choosers with DJ Moore. I just don't know, Mike, honestly, with this, as much as this was nice to see for production, he gets 4 catches today. You're like, dude, I don't know. This is kind of a Fugazi, it feels.
It does. It feels like they're really trying to use him in a Deebo Samuel – circa 2021
Deebo Samuel light
role.
with not enough touches. That was scary. And there's that mind meld happening right there, buddy.
Yep. Yeah, but you'll take it because you've had almost nothing.
The big day was Caleb, though. Honestly, right? I mean,
massive.
Caleb Williams. Dude, Caleb Williams. Mike, I have some of these teams in Superflex where I have like 3-4 legit options. It's the worst with Caleb because. You don't know. Yes, it's God, and typically it's for me at least. It's the inverse of what you're hoping for. You know, luckily it's not going to matter. But I put Daniel Jones in ahead of him today, and I'm like, God damn it! You know, basically all year I've been going the other way when Daniel Jones is going crazy. You know,
not a shot at his personality at all, but he's bipolar as fuck. When it comes to fantasy sport.
I'm going to take a line from Fizz on this one. Happy Caleb is a good Caleb. Like, you see how he kind of looks when he's playing well, he wears it on his sleeves. He's jumping up after getting hit. He's got that crazy goofy smile on. You're like, he's having a good day, isn't he? Like, it's pretty easy to see. He's very opposite of D Wade, where D Wade, like, you would never know if you just turned on the TV if he's having a good game or not. He could have fucking 50. He just looks like he's just having another day. Caleb definitely the opposite of that. A little bipolar to your point. So
yeah.
All right, Mike. Well, I would be doing a disservice if we didn't talk about, the tight end position one more time.
Needed it. You
Dude,
need it.
People thought I wasn't going to give it to you. Stop it. 118. Six touchdowns. That's a little excessive. 6 catches, 2 touchdowns, though. And, Mike, a breakaway run to win the game, essentially. You're like, I literally typed in the Discord. I'm like, what the actual fuck is happening right now? Like,
hey, he took a big opportunity that he had with Cole Kmet going out with a concussion, and he turned it into maybe this is the switch. Maybe this is the switch.
Well,
maybe he's tight end one now.
This felt like, Mike, mid-game. This felt like a mid-game situation of Travion Henderson, but he delivered, right? And
yeah,
I don't know. It's one of those things with Ben Johnson. Is he going to be able to get the snaps when Kmet's back? I think I agree with this, Caleb. I think he is. The one thing is I do want to see, though, it's just I would like to see when Kmet's back. Can we get a little bit more snap share? Because the kid has talent. I don't think anyone was debating that, right? It's just, can we get him on the field more?
Sometimes these games are good ones to propel you, though, right?
Sure.
Like now they got confidence in them.
You need the team needs to see it. You need to see it. You feel it, right? Yeah, 100%.
What you probably hate is there's also an opportunity to, like you said, when Cole Kmet's back, when Luther Burden's, like, they have the full complement.
Well, speaking of full complement, I don't have a hologram, I refuse, but Olamide in the year of our Lord 2025, Mike, is at 658 and a touchdown. I mean, dude, listen, that's going to be problematic if he's getting all these looks, honestly. Caleb's only completing 20 passes. He's getting 6 of them.
He's been problematic all year. The only place that I have him that I like him is on my best ball teams, just at the end of my bench. Like, hey, Lamade Zacchaeus did some stuff. Cool.
Yeah. All right. We probably spent an exorbitant amount of time in this game, but we had to. Is every player we're talking about? Yeah. Well, let's get to a game that we can get through much quicker. How's that? Let's see if I can make it happen here for us. How about Matt Stafford? I told Eric on the grind. Now, we had 2 pretty decent matchups to choose from, Dak and Stafford. I'm like, listen, I get it. They could beat the Saints in a hurry. But listen, Puka's back. McVay's a player's coach. We're going to make sure that the receivers are eating here, which means what? I fought Eric. I'm like, we're on the same team. I'm fighting him. We got to put Stafford in there. So, I don't know. Dak could still end up beating him. Dak could have a great game, but very much what I expected. This team's terrible, the Saints, that is, and the Rams came out and dominated early.
Absolutely shit on them, and then they just kept their foot on the gas. They just refused. Like, stop. They're already dead. They were dead like the first half.
Stop. This is another thing. Rams are 6-2. Now,
surprisingly good.
Well, not just that, Mike. Stafford's numbers are going to put him in a territory. People don't want to tie this combo, but I'm here to make sure you listen at least if you don't want to have the combo.
Could be MVP.
Thank you. 3 letters. He's in the conversation. He's in the conversation, which is
there's a combination of that. Like, nobody's really stood out, right?
Well,
like
JT is before today was definitely in the race realistically.
He is, but we can all be realistic. They love quarterbacks, and they're going to give this to a
JT
quarterback.
would have to have played like he was playing on smash. You'd have to do ungodly numbers at the end of the year.
Saquon Barkley damn near broke the fucking rushing record last year, and we could barely get him in the, in the same atmosphere. Yep, but Stafford, I mean, we were talking about Dak Prescott as potentially MVP, and that's on a shittier team that doesn't have that record, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
May not make the playoffs. We don't really know yet, but wasn't looking good. But that's kind of how shitty the MVP race has been. There's nobody who's really seized it. Matt Stafford's out here with a couple of these weeks, man. He's going to go out here and throw for damn near 304 touchdowns and no picks. Okay, fuck it. Let's start talking about Matt Stafford, MVP.
Yeah. I mean, dude, well, Mike, so you're looking at when you just go through some of these games, I mean, 5 touchdowns last week, 4 this week, right? It's 9 touchdowns in 2 weeks. Now, he only had 1 versus Baltimore because they kind of, called the dogs off, so to speak. But, Mike, all these other games, three touchdowns. He's throwing multiple touchdowns every game, and he's had multiple 300-yard games. I mean, he's not the front runner for MVP, but he's in the conversation, especially, Mike, if the Rams are going to continue to win games at this clip, right?
And they have some really impressive wins on their resume, like some absolute blowouts, and they're blowing teams out. And the ones that they lost to, they lost a close game to the Eagles. And then the only one that sticks out is the division game. No Brock Purdy, no George Kittle, no anybody. What the fuck? How'd you lose that game? Right? Sure. That's the one that stands out. But the rest of them, hey, Matt Stafford's got them in a spot here. They got a big matchup at 49ers next time we see them. So,
and that was a game.
Win has a game.
Dude, that was a game they could have tied. They could have had a tie, and they went to go for it and lost. So, interesting to see what happens. And listen, Davante Adams, let's talk about this first before we obviously get to the big Puka discussion here. Davante Adams touchdowns, I mean, it's kind of crazy at this point. Red zone monster.
Yeah. Yeah. He's out here like he's old school Plaxico Burress, man. Except he's not 6'6".
It's like, what was it? His last year with Rodgers? It was like, dude, these guys just keep throwing touchdown after touchdown. But, I mean, literally in the red zone, you could argue it's just as efficient throw it to 17 on a fade as giving it to 23,
It is because for his entire career, man, his release package off the line is one of the greatest things you ever see. Like, good luck to this guy.
He took a while to get going, but, man, his route running improved to the point where he's the best route. He's been one of the best route runners, if not the best, for
a long time.
Years.
Long time.
Years, dude. Yes.
Yeah, that needs to be studied. Similar to how Josh Allen's quarterback coach, the one that fixed his mechanics and everything and got him from a 50% completion guy to perennial MVP candidate now. Like, figure out who was working with Davante, when he wasn't doing shit for the first 2 or 3 years in Green Bay, and we're like, what a bust to this Davante Adams. Who got him there?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you have him on a contender, there's just no price point. No one's coming with an offer that's going to make you trade him away. So ride out the production and knock on wood that we keep the kid healthy because he's looking very good. And let's talk about Puka. Blow up game, but at what cost, Mike? I mean, here's the thing about Puka too. It's like, damn, guy's always getting banged up, man. He plays. He's a very physical, strong player, but it's like, dude, you're always getting, you're scaring the shit out of me all the time.
All the arguments that we have for him for wide receiver 1, I don't have any rebuttal to him. Like, he deserves it because the production is so good. My only hesitation that I have at him when we value him like that is what you just said. Is every fucking week I watch this guy laying on the turf at some point or jogging into a blue tent or going back into the locker room, and I'm like, you don't want him to change his style because that's what makes him so great, how physical he is and how he's a willing blocker and how he'll take end arounds and how he's so good after the catch.
Mm-hmm. Now,
but how many we're talking dynasty and long term, and we're going to spend a lot of capital, whether it's in a startup draft or in a trade, to get this guy on our teams, or we're foregoing getting a lot of capital if we keep him on our teams. Talking dynasty, man, how long is he going to be able to keep this up before that shit really starts to take a toll and you see the fall off is going to be worse than like the Julio Jones end of career, where it feels like just yesterday he was awesome. What the hell happened?
Yeah, the good news is he's only 24. So while the fall off can come, it's like, it feels like, I try to play in 2 to 3 year windows. So I feel pretty confident in that window. But to your point, we're paying the dynasty value of that age where here's what I would say about him. Today, you see that McVay says he could have come back in. It's a rib injury. Hopefully it's, nothing. It's more mild than anything. But it in an NFL season that's long and you're taking these kind of shots, it just makes you nervous. I think he still has to be valued inside the elite territory. But he just is going to, he's not for the faint of heart or the faint of stomach, but he's going to make you queasy, get worried quite a bit. But, dude, you're also going to be queasy if you're playing the other side of the ball. If you're playing against him in fantasy, Mike, today, first game back, he went for 95, a touchdown, and they gave him some carries too.
Yep. But, I mean, we're looking at a guy just coming off an ankle injury. Now he's banged up again, chest injury, rib, whatever. Probably going to be fine. Will show up on the injury report, but we expect him to play next week. But you look down at his injuries in the past. Busted bursa. That sounds like a busted ass.
Busted
Hip soreness, sprained shoulder bruise, knee swelling, ankle. Like, is there a part of this body this guy hasn't fucked up at some point? I don't see a toe injury yet.
He hasn't had a season ender, so he hasn't broken our hearts yet, Mike. So
Fair.
But that's the only thing he hasn't broken at this point. Speaking of broken, they're not actually, but I'm just for the sake of time and our hearts again. Well, let's just move on from the Saints. It's
no one cares.
What the shuck is probably a good way to put that. Whoever put that in there.
No one cares.
All right, Mike. What's your takeaways from the Chiefs game as I pull that one up here?
I didn't think the Bills were going to get after them as well as they did defensively, which was pretty awesome to see. Like, they've kind of been the punching bag of the Chiefs throughout the years.
Sure.
Right? This has been one hell of a rivalry over the last couple of years, but it's kind of been one-sided if you really think about it. The Bills always seem to be on the wrong end of it, especially when it matters.
Mm-hmm.
They're both both these teams right now entering, it was kind of weird just how things have shaken out so far early in the season, but they were the 5 and 7 seeds if the playoffs were to happen when this game started.
Yeah.
Right. Now that's changed a little bit, but they're both not up there at the top, just absolutely dominating people. So it was good to see the Bills, though, defensively make some adjustments. Maybe they're finally figuring out this Chiefs problem that they've had, right? Get the bugaboo off, but we're not ever going to fucking know, and we won't know until we get to the playoffs and they meet again if they've really buried these demons or not.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I will say too. Rashi has 4 for 80. So if this is a floor game, you're not going to be too mad at it. But I will say, this is. Are you worried for Xavier Worthy? Not the talent really. That this the way he's being used since Rashi's return is like, dude, I'm getting fucking scared.
Yep. I would start to panic, and I'm a big Xavier Worthy guy, but this looks horrible. And I saw a lot of things today that I was talking about on AMA with this Chiefs offense with Rashi being right back. That we love all the targets that he gets and all the underneath stuff, but this is going back to like 2023 Chiefs offense where it's dink and dunk and teams aren't going to let him beat them over the top, and we're just going to make you dump shit down all the time, and your running game ain't that fucking good, so we ain't that worried about it either. Like, all of a sudden, we went from an offense early in the season with the Chiefs like, oh, fuck, Patrick Mahomes is back. Like, he's back.
Yeah.
We're pushing the ball downfield. Look, Tyquan Thornton, Xavier Worthy, like, we're doing this shit. To now we're back to, this is just gross. I don't want
to make too much of this game because I do think the Bills are for real, and I think they had a good game plan. However, I think very much to monitor is this. I think they're trying to figure out what the current new offense is going to look like. And Mike, if it's this, man, definitely not what you want to see. By the way, real quick, while I forgot to mention this point with Rashi up, Mike, you talked about this. Listen, gets in a touchdown on the ground. Debo-esque. Not crazy to say that's what it is. And Mike, the Mahomes thing is the big thing, dude. He's been having a great season. Unbelievable season. Relative to quarterbacks, kind of been down pretty across the board. He's been playing ball. And I'm actually trying to think about this. A touchdown this game and under 50% completion for Mahomes. This might be the first one I can ever remember.
Right. He should have had a pick six. He floated a pass out of the backfield.
Horrible.
That was such a floater that the safety didn't even know it was there. It hit him in the fucking head, man. Cole Bishop,
honestly,
like, look at the
Mike,
ball.
You saw Billups. Like, Chauncey Billups, one of the last people I would have expected to be in this whole game. Did Mahomes get paid off here? What the fuck is this? This was as bad as I've ever seen his stats in his game. It was perplexing, honestly. Kareem Hunt gets in the end zone. Not really a good game for anybody there. So, for the Bills, Mike, what do you think?
James Cook. Love James Cook.
Yeah.
Shouldering the load, man. 27 carries in a game they needed him, right? We need you, right? We need to keep the ball away from Patrick Mahomes. James Cook's like, I may be considered a smaller scat back type, but watch this. I'll be able to take 27 touches.
I mean, is he? I mean, by I guess stature definition, sure, but this ain't no scat back, yo. 27 carries, $114.
Earning that contract today, buddy.
Dude, I think especially with JT's obviously still like the fantasy MVP at this point, but James Cook at cost, Mike, is I think not necessarily all that far off from conversation. Unbelievable so far. And Josh Allen, Mike, had a great day, 23 for 26, 273, a touchdown, but it just we get the couple touchdowns on the ground. It just feels like his upside is capped.
Just a little bit, yeah, with how much James Cook's involved in here.
Yeah, relative to like the years in the past where it's like, dude, he could go for 50.
Right. Well, one of the nice things to see, I mean, much maligned Dalton Kincaid starting to come on a little bit. You know, I think we were all way too early on him, especially with how high he got pushed up there in Dynasty ranks. There just a year and a half ago. It was getting insane. But hey, he's been really nice these last couple weeks, and the few shares of Dalton Kincaid I do have after buying him on the cheap after everybody jumped ship. Adam, I'm starting him in lineup leagues for fuck's sake, in flex spots. You know what I mean? Like, well, that's actually how productive he has been.
Yeah, that'll be like a Wednesday conversation or 40 chess conversation, because there's some across the landscape at certain positions. It kind of really steepens out. When we're talking warp, it's been not that deep of a year for production. But Mike, I think here's the thing: Kincaid right now is, I think, coming into his own, especially guys that don't block very well and they're receiver types. Typically, it takes them a little while to get going, especially because the learning curve. Like he looks. If this is what he's kind of turning into, if this is the ugly duckling, we're gonna like what's on the other side. You know?
Yeah. Oh, we're loving it, man. I know what you say though. It feels a little bit like we're not gonna get the Josh Allen 50 burgers that we used to love.
Yeah, his upside, I think, is feeling a little bit capped personally. But here's the upside is no longer capped. We've taken the lid off for Rico Dowdle again.
Yes,
he's back, buddy. This is one of those things. If you've played competitive sports, now most of us haven't played for money, but you get someone coming back from injury, whatever, a star player. 2 weeks of we're giving the ball back to Chuba because of the contract, because of what he's done. Your locker room ain't going to sign for that for much longer. And
nope.
The team and people playing for jobs, are not going to go for that. And we should have never had the experiment, but we had to get it out of the way just to make sure someone's on the hook for that contract. We got to make sure, dude, this is what we should have been doing the whole time. Rico Dowdle, buddy, I've had some shares tucked away from money moves back in 2022 when I told you to buy him just because he was a Tony Pollard's handcuff and just because Tony Pollard might get hurt. Rico's his development, honestly, Mike, is crazy to me. He is a complete back.
Love it, man. Love it. I've been on here the last 2 weeks just like pissed off the fact that Rico could do what he did the 2 weeks before. Chuba comes back and they just want to force feed him. Even though while we're in game, you can clearly see that Rico is the better back, the more explosive, the guy with the juice, and Chuba looks terrible.
And the other thing, too, I think there are players in sports, and football is one of them, right, where you kind of like they're volume guys. Like you give Rico the ball, you keep giving it to him. His rhythm's better. He feels better, and he makes big plays. Thank God. Chuba Hubbard, 5 for 17. Mike, here's the thing. Quickly, Chuba Hubbard is going to become any running back on a 53 here, buddy. Just paid very handsomely like one.
And I don't know why people were surprised about it. It wasn't like the contract was super amazing. And it's the same organization that gave Miles Sanders a contract and then refused to use him and then ended up just moving on from him.
Sure.
So,
and they also right now don't have this crazy salary cap issue either that they're trying.
No, they don't. No, they're completely fine. But big win for them on the road.
I was going to say,
Green Bay.
Listen, the game here where you've got Carolina winning in Green Bay where
Bryce Young did nothing.
Not something you would have thought. He didn't need to. Dude, their game plan worked really well in this game. Play
defense, give the ball to Rico Dowdle.
It will come potentially, though, if this is the style at the expense of Tet, which, 4 for 46, hopefully, and I think there are better days ahead. Mike, the Packers, though, what was your take on that side?
Woof, man. Jordan Love played fucking terrible. They couldn't really ever figure out a good way to, really establish Josh Jacobs. I know at the end of the day he had 81 yards and a touchdown. So from fantasy perspective, you're fine. But you would have thought they would have man, if Jordan Love didn't have it cooking like this, and it was a close game. It was low scoring the whole time. Like they weren't forced to throw the ball 37 times like you see at the end of the game. It's just like, man, why the fuck are we not featuring Josh Jacobs more, man? Like, why are we throwing the ball 37 fucking times?
Well,
you got Jacobs out here averaging 5 yards a carry.
They're gonna probably have to. R.I.P. one Tucker Kraft,
man, big loss, man.
When they feared ACLs, they're basically always ACL tears. So.
And before you guys ask, I give almost zero shits about Luke Musgrave. I really don't. Like, you want to speculatively add him on your team.
We've seen this Musgrave thing. He's a warp tight end. That's it.
Right. If you end up paying a fourth for him or you get him tossed in on a deal, cool. But just don't go crazy and dude, I'm going to get a second for him. Look what Tucker Kraft was doing with them and think Luke Musgrave's going to do the same thing.
Here's I think, a combo that needs to be had. I feel don't want to have.
He's bad. They don't want to use him, right?
Dude,
now he's hurt.
We keep having reasons to use him. Jaden Reed, out.
Mm-hmm.
Midway through the game, Tucker Kraft, out. Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, Luke Musgrave, Chris Brooks. Mike, what? We finally used a first-round pick on a receiver.
The only receiver I trust that's startable
is no one.
Is Romeo Doubs, and that's it. Romeo Doubs in a flex. That's it.
Yikes. So here's the thing. This actually, to me, the news from today, we'll see what happens with Matthew Golden if usage comes up and what that looks like. But he's becoming scary territory for me. Opportunities there, though. But this really hurts Jordan Love, personally.
We're gonna talk about
it's the Josh Jacobs show. That's it.
We're gonna give Matthew Golden a tag by the end of the year at this point, right, Adam? That we don't like to use because it fucking buries him.
Face planner? I was going to say, he's not meeting threshold numbers. Thank you. He's not meeting threshold numbers right now, so hopefully some better days ahead. Unfortunately, 13 points from the Packers versus the Panthers, who have seemingly been, to be had. We'll fire through these last few games here. I know we got Monday Night Football coming up, but Mike, the Jags that game was crazy. This game was no points really late in the game. A single-digit game. All of a sudden, finishes at 30-29. What were your takeaways? I'm going to say this about the Jaguars. Dude, they're in trouble with T-Law.
They are. It's hard to say because Geno Smith's been terrible, and he's been terrible all year. But Trevor Lawrence was the worst quarterback on that field today. He was the worst quarterback on that field today. That's saying something, man.
And he ran, I think, did he get 2 or 1 rushing touchdown?
He had 2.
So, from a production standpoint, he kind of saves it there. But it's dude, honestly, I don't know. Especially with the offensive, juggernaut supposed to be here coming over this year, you're this is really weird, man. Really weird.
It's really bad.
They win this game, by the way, in OT, 30-29. But I know it's on the road, and you're always going to take a win in the NFL, period, no matter who you're playing. But we got to struggle to beat the hapless Raiders. It feels not so good.
He fucking stinks, man, and they have no game plan on how to actually get Brian Thomas Jr. the fucking ball. So at this point, go ahead and trade him, please. Save us.
But at this point, you mean the Jaguars actually trade him? Okay,
yeah, trade him.
I was going to say,
you got till Tuesday.
For us, I think he feels like a parked asset. It's dude, I can't sell him this low, right?
He is a parked asset on your dynasty team. I'm just begging the Jaguars to trade him, please.
Yeah, I feel like that ain't coming. But hey, what do I know? Because here's what I don't. Every time Xbox wants to say, can we have a conversation about Genty? You know what, Mike? Let's have it. Let's absolutely have the conversation about Genty. This team's terrible. You definitely can't rely on him for production because they might get blown out of the water and they might not give him enough touches. But when he gets the ball, he's honestly looked good across the board, really.
When he gets blocking, when he gets some blocking,
you can't guarantee that he gets any blocking for an entire course of a game either, right?
Yeah, I would say this is one of those where if you have him, you're kind of stuck with him because you can see the upside. You can see the upside, the long-term play. the offensive line improves, if the quarterback play improves, if the team gets better, Genty could be a monster. The problem is he's not. He's not. But I don't know. Maybe you got somebody out there, Adam, who truly believes in him. And if you're willing to take him off my hands for, even close to Gibbs or Bijan prices, then by all means.
But, okay.
You take him.
Well,
I doubt you're getting those kind of offers.
What kind of return are you going to need here? Because this is an interesting conversation. I'm personally, Mike, of the mindset where I'm probably holding. I know there's a lower floor. Here's the reality. The floor for a player at running back this good is scarily low here, right? Way lower than you'd like to see. But I still think he has some pretty decent upside, all that said. But where are you at with the pivot point?
On my contending teams at this point, right?
Yeah.
You probably just take whatever like freebie you want to get for 1 year. You know what I mean? Like if Jonathan Taylor's in play, straight up, that's easy. If James Cook's in play, straight up, that's easy. I'll take those.
Yeah, I don't think Jonathan Taylor for most people would be.
No.
I think that one is a fair pivot. I think that's James Cook probably can be had. The problem with both of those players, though, Mike, right? It's probably pretty few and far between that those guys are parked on just shitty teams. They've been so good, they're winning middle of the road teams games, right?
On contending teams, then I start to go like, listen, I'd like to have some pick liquidity here for this final stretch right before the playoffs too. Like, can I get a tear down where I get a first and Christian McCaffrey or Breece Hall, Josh Jacobs, Kyron Williams?
I think you're probably shooting too high for a first and those guys. I was gonna say, Mike, what if you went to Javonte though?
Yeah, that probably gets done more times than not, right?
I think that 100% would be able to get done. I don't know if it's a move I could make, but I definitely get it. You're trying to have your cake and eat it too, especially if it's a 26 first that isn't going to be possibly mid. I'm like, I don't know if I love that, but I'm being patient with Genty unless it's a team that I just don't have the ability to afford that at all.
Unless personally. You can't afford to be patient, right?
Yep. So
tough spot.
Yeah, and a tough spot for, honestly, pretty much the rest of the team. I mean, it's Brock Bowers, it's Genty, and that's really it. But Brock, let's at least give the kid blow up of blow-ups. 12, 127, and 3. Hat trick to match Drake London,
He's back. He's back. He
instantaneously.
He ditched the brace. He's back. It's good. We lose Tucker Kraft, but we gain Brock Bowers back. So depending on which side you are on that one, either you're really happy or really sad.
Yeah, I mean, Tucker Kraft was going way much too high for my liking. Unfortunately, I still have plenty of shares, so sucks regardless. But Brock Bowers is him, at the tight end position. Typically, I'm of the mindset I'll approach it by volume, but listen, man, Brock is not many tight ends out there, Mike, that will get 12 catches, period. Right? No. Not to mention 3 scores. So
number 1 scorer on the whole week.
Well, yeah, and Mike, here's the thing. That's on a team that's also awful. Think about that.
Yes.
Right? So, all right.
Here's the highlight for me.
Okay.
I have a league with Tucker Kraft and Brock Bowers.
Why?
Guess which one I started this week.
Oh, no. Oh, no, Mike. You didn't say anything so.
Yeah, I'm still gonna take the win, but I was in line for an epic week, Adam, because I also have Drake London. it's like, I could have fucking just really.
You get a win,
really
though, right?
Mashed him. I get a win.
And you're gonna beat the median easy. If it's there.
Yeah, pretty easily. Right. But still, it's like I look at that and I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to trust Brock just yet. And Tucker Kraft's been cooking. Here we go. Sure. And who knew I was gonna be the one that was gonna kill Tucker Kraft? At least I don't have to worry about who to start next week.
Hey, unfortunately, the injuries continue to pile up. Except for this year for CMC, they haven't, at least so far. Dude, it's been
so strange.
It's one
we'll
of those.
Take it though,
Mike. I had more CMC last year than I do this year, and
Killed
of course, it's par for the course for me.
It happens.
Do you think he can continue? Mike, let me ask you this question. This is, I think, probably an insane question to ask for almost every player except maybe Christian McCaffrey. Do you think he can hold up to this workload for the rest of the year at this point still? Like, when, are we on my question really, or caution is, like, are we on a unsustainable trajectory for him to be able to play in the playoffs for our teams?
Listen, I'm not into conspiracy theories or anything like that, but the 49ers need him. Like, he is their entirety of their offense. They need him in order to maintain.
Well, yeah, no shit. 28 carries and 5 catches. That's not targets and opportunities. That's literally the amount of times he touched the ball.
No conspiracy theory here, but this is like some varsity blue shit. Like, I feel like Shanahan's in the locker room shooting him up with Toradol every fucking game. Just like, listen, long term, you're fucked. We're never going to be able to play you again. In 2026, you're cooked and gone off this team. But for this year, take the shot, buddy.
CMC via football is the version of live fast, die young, it feels like. He's like, literally, dude, think about this for a second. 33 times he touches the football, aside from a quarterback, which is, totally different discussion. Dude, that is otherworldly.
It's insane. It's insane what he's doing this year, production-wise.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, it's weird because the production's always going to be there when you get 33 touches. He doesn't feel like he's as spry at all, honestly. He does not. Mm-hmm. But if he's going to get this work, he's not going to be upset at the production. I hope he stays healthy, because I do have some teams still where I have him, and it's like, dude, you're literally carrying me right now by yourself, just like this 49ers team.
You put me on your back, buddy.
49ers, Mac Jones again out there, by the way, and they're 6-3. So, like, despite all the injuries, they're just, here they are, But it's the CMC show, and that's really it.
Just winning games. Just winning games. Just win, baby.
Win. Yeah, I'm with you. So, Mike, here's a legitimately, as we are talking, it was running. Just finished it. Jackson Dart blow up, buddy. I mean, dude, he went for, what did he finish with, actually?
27.
Okay, I was going to say, because I know in one of these extra juiced leagues, he had 40, but I figured it was going to be close to 30. Because he beat, I think, Lamar on the stat. Lamar had a great Thursday night, right? And you're like, Jackson Dart goes for more than that. It's a great game from him. I'll say, Mike, this team's going to keep losing games, but at least from what I'm watching, dude, Jackson Dart, with really nothing to work with, kept his team, within reason, and had a pretty damn good day. He hasn't turned the football over either.
No. And you love his rushing upside. The only thing I'm worried about is the passing, but we can write that passing off as the fact that it's Darius Slayton, it's Wan'Dale Robinson, it's Theo Johnson, it's Gunnar Olszewski got a fucking touchdown. These are the weapons he has.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. It's so – my curse, it sucks. The door feels so wide open. If they had Jackson Dart in there for Malik Neighbors to literally just be the wide receiver one right now, God.
Yes.
We didn't even get Mike, we literally didn't even get to see them play together. He tore his ACL on one of their first passes to each other. God.
Yeah. Sucks, man.
And you got Scatterbo out there now. Here's actually the big takeaway. Barry, I need my second back. Okay? Tyrone Tracy is the third carry guy on the team.
That sucks.
5 for 18, Mike, on the day. So that was worthwhile investment. Son of a bitch. That one hurts.
Well, unfortunately, they were getting blown out. Game script really just went out the window. I mean, it's not like Devin Singletary's
Don't try to defend him. Don't do it.
Singletary's not out here significantly out-touching Tyrone Tracy. But it was way too much.
He shouldn't be out-touching him, period.
That's fair.
Courtland Sutton is about as unsexy as a sexy receiver can be,
Great guy. Love him. Love to see him finally getting the shine.
Here, this Denver team is about as unable to be figured out as humanly possible.
Cardiac Broncos. That's where we're at. Cardiac Broncos. They look terrible for 3 quarters, but just wait till the 4th, motherfuckers.
I mean, even still, they end up with 18 points. Mike, we talked about this on the Halloween recap, and I asked you, and I'm going to ask you again. Is there a conversation where you don't really want to play either Dobbins or Harvey because this offense just is not really able to sustain.
We're getting there, but you're still getting 15 carries, 61 yards from JK, and RJ Harvey is starting to take over all the receiving work. Thank God, right? So we kind of have their roles for them. I think if this offense
this is the guy that we need to talk about too, so go ahead, finish up.
I think if this offense decides it wants to play a full game, instead of just fourth quarters, we could be in for some monster production weeks.
Well,
but I don't know if they're going to figure out how to play four quarters
yet.
Let
me throw you a curveball here. I don't think we can guarantee this team's going to be able to just hit a light switch in the fourth quarter. What happens when they walk away with 7 points here?
That's true. But
Bo Nix right now, Mike, is like, I think majority of people can feel he's on like high alert, but he just continues to get enough done for production and find a way to keep winning them games, right?
I mean, they're 7-2, and I think Sean Payton's a good enough coach to go, hey, what are we doing in these fourth quarters that we should be doing every quarter? Let's do that.
Mike, Bo Nix was 18 of 37 today.
Yeah, not very good. Sophomore slumps come for everyone, it seems.
Should the Texans just tank?
Yes. Yes, they should. They can't figure this shit out. Get another good draft pick. But
legitimately,
maybe use it on something that you're actually going to need or actually use, unlike all the draft capital you spent on rookie wide receivers that you refuse to play.
Yeah. I mean, because here's the thing, Mike, truthfully. Outside of Nico, it's just like, Dalton Schultz, A-Warp tight end, and the rest, I don't even care. C.J. Stroud took a shot today, too.
Massive one.
Hate to see that.
That shot that he took to, you don't want to speculate on that kind of stuff, but that looks like the multi-week kind of.
Dude. But let's say he misses one, they go 3-6. You start having conversations with your star player like that. Let's not rush this kid.
That didn't really look like the type of concussion where you just bounce back and he'll be good to go. In a few days. That looked like he had those fingers. You don't like to see the fingers.
Yeah, Pat Freiermuth gets in the end zone again for the Steelers. Not much production outside of that, but he did score. The Steelers win this game 27-20. The one thing is that the Colts didn't look like the Colts of this year. They looked like maybe for a while they looked like the Colts of what we expected possibly for this year.
Yeah, Daniel Jones was the main culprit of that one.
Yeah.
We've been riding high outside of one other game.
Daniel Jones threw 50 passes today, by the way. Yikes.
Yep, and he was absolutely fucking atrocious with almost every single one of them.
Yeah.
5 fucking turnovers from Daniel Jones today.
Yep. Mike, let me ask you, the one thing that was interesting, or not in a good way, dude, DK, this is 2 for 6 was really puzzling. He's been very consistent, and Rodgers' favorite guy to target. I'm like, yikes, I don't like seeing this, buddy.
Yeah. It was too much Calvin Austin and Darnell Washington today for anyone's liking.
Yeah, well, outside of best ball, no one likes any of that. Cold side, though, obviously, Mike, and the one thing, too, that really does suck is that Jonathan Taylor was a lot more to earth than...
Game scripted out, man. Game scripted out.
For the first time this year, right? He's got the fire because he still is, but, dude, so Jonathan Taylor was what? Is he about 60 yards total, or under that even, maybe, for the day?
Yep. Just under it. 57.
Definitely a random dud for him. I don't think this. Let me ask you this. Actually, I was didn't want to forget to go over this point. Do you think Tomlin is a very good coach? Say what you want about him. Now, I don't think his formula for playing football is a recipe to win the Super Bowl, right? But he's a very good coach. Do you think that there's some stuff copycat league that Tomlin kind of did here that's gonna be the Colts got to figure out how to not let this happen again? I mean, they literally, Mike, had 7 points, I think, in the fourth quarter, if I remember right.
Yeah, this has been a Pittsburgh defense that has struggled mightily.
And that's the other thing. The Pittsburgh defense, Mike, has the highest salary cap of all the defenses and has just been banged up and awful.
Mm-hmm. And they looked like world beaters, right? So I think if there's any defense coordinator out there going to play the Colts, they're going to look at what Pittsburgh do. Like somehow they figured it out. This Colts offense has been unstoppable for almost the entirety of the season. Like
right.
Nobody's really been able to figure them out. And this banged up, much maligned defense that is very, very underperformed all season absolutely destroyed the shit out of this offense. I mean, they made Daniel Jones look horrible, man. It was last year Daniel Jones. It was Giants Daniel Jones, and it was tough to watch. He couldn't hold on to the football, and then when he threw it, might have been to his guys or might have been to somebody else.
Did he have 2 or 3 picks? I knew it was a lot.
3 picks, 2 fumbles.
One of the things too, by the way, he's been getting off the hook because they've been playing so well. He's kind of not been getting touched too. Offensive line's been really good overall. Mm-hmm. He's actually had he's been one of the worst as far as fumbles. Like if you hit him, there's a chance it comes out, like almost like a glitch in Madden, right? Like it could just pop out, you know. Antoine Pierce today, 115. You hate to see it though, honestly, dude. Like you
hate to see 13 fucking targets is what you hate to see.
Well, because Daniel Jones has no choice but to just chuck it up to somebody, you know?
He does, and it just happened to be Alec Pierce and Michael Pittman, and, you know, at the end of the game, Josh Towns got a touchdown because they had to throw, so.
Yeah, well, Mike, this team has actually, I was talking about this, they had 3 games this year going into this where they didn't play their starters in the fourth quarter at all. So they're almost like, with all the numbers they've been putting up, they almost have a whole game they didn't play. Right. This is the first time they're basically out there this late, and they're like, holy shit, we're down, what do we do? Didn't look pretty. I don't know
what to do with my hands. Right, Daniel Jones throws the ball 50 times. How the fuck's Tyler Warren only get 7 of those?
Yikes. Well, because they got to go downfield. They can't throw it at the line of scrimmage this time, you know? That's basically the recap here, buddy. We'll let you get to the Sunday night game. Let me ask you, takeaways real quick before we get out of here on this week and where you're at moving forward. This is the playoff stretch here. We're getting ready to make the playoffs here, right?
It's another week, just from the NFL perspective, Adam, the parity in this league. I still don't know who's really good and who's not, but you do know which teams are definitely ass.
Sure. Which teams are those?
The Raiders, for sure. The Raiders, the Saints.
The Raiders the Raiders really, really should have won this game today. That's unbelievable, honestly.
Nuts. The Bengals. The Bengals are terrible. They're fun on offense. It's like the Jameis Winston years all over again.
The Bengals absolutely
30 for 30.
The Bengals absolutely could have another 1 or 2 wins, but they don't, and that's rough.
They don't, because they don't know how to tackle.
Yeah, I think here's the thing to me, Mike. Vikings winning in Detroit and the Panthers winning in Green Bay, right? On the road victories like that kind of really make you realize, like, damn. Any given Sunday, man. Any given Sunday, you know? J.J. McCarthy coming off the injury, people are like, oh, Carson Wentz literally had to go on IR. It's the only reason he's been playing. That's kind of the narrative going into this game. How's that taste? And then the Panthers game is like, listen, there's not a whole lot of excitement here, so why don't we get the ball to 5? And that worked out pretty well versus a really good team. So,
nope, for this week, though, it was good to see. We had a lot more talk about passing performances, right? Running backs had been stealing the show, and every single week was running backs. They're all at the top. And really this week it was Christian McCaffrey. We expect him to be there. But then everything else is Rico Dowdle and Kyle Monungai. But then when we go to the passing side, it's like Brock Bowers, monster fucking game. Colston Loveland, monster game. Dalton Kincaid, monster game. You know, Drake London, 3 touchdowns. It's like T. Higgins, Jamar Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. As a super flex guy, the guy who talks about quarterbacks all the time.
Devontae Adams, right? I mean, we got them all out here.
Man, I'm sick and tired of these fucking running backs, all right? Let's get the receivers and the quarterbacks back cooking, baby.
Mike, I shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have given you that opportunity. You know what you just did? Guys, listen. Prop bets, fire up the running backs next week. It's going to be a day from hell. We're coming firing up. Speaking of firing up, we last week, if you haven't checked it out, probably worth going back and watching. Obviously, the information's old, but the Halloween recap was awesome last week. It took out the field. We're going to be hopefully coming back to South Harmon Field, just a little scary hours on the field. But we're hoping to get back there in either next week or the following. But even if we're here, we will see you back here, same time, same place, as always, for the Sunday recap. We're out of this thing. Peace.